Good evening, everyone. My name is Andrew Kaleba. You're welcome to this beautiful room of the Ministry of Youth and ICT for the Youth Connect Hangout, where I'm joined by different ladies and gentlemen. Minister, before I introduce our panelists, allow me to first know if in Goma district, the site of Goma, if they can hear us, just wave before we start.
Okay,
That's
we are.
perfect. Now they have us. They can follow us right now. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to first introduce our panelists. Starting in the middle, Honorable Jean-Philbert Sienjimana, the Minister of Youth and ICT. Next to him, we have Mr. Oak Losma, is the UNDP Country Director. Next to me, we have excuse me a bit. Next to me, you have Mr. Takahiro Moria is the Chief Representative of JICA Rwanda. Next to me, you're welcome, sir. And next to me, I have Mr. Fidel Gakuba, is the President of the Scout Association in Rwanda. And next to the Minister of Youth and ICT, we have the one and the only, the founder of Peace One Day, Mr. Jeremy Jide. You're welcome to this beautiful session of Youth Connect Hangout. Before we start, allow me to hear from the Minister of Youth and ICT for the introductory remarks.
Thank you very much, Andrew. And good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, people in Goma. I hope that Huye will be joining us very soon. In my short introductory remarks, I'd like to welcome to the Minister of Youth and ICT all the panelists, as you've just introduced them. We accepted and we welcomed this partnership with Jeremy Gile on Peace One Day, because we really found it's a great initiative. It's an initiative that meets our own goals and objectives and mission as the Minister of Youth and ICT. In fact, we've got a nice way of summarizing our mission, which is a happy generation. And the P, there is a double P. I think we need to add a third one, because the first P is productivity, and then patriotism. I think we need to add peace. So it still remains happy generation. And this Youth Connect Hangout session, also, there is a connection there, because when we started this whole program, the idea was to provide space to the young people of Rwanda to express themselves and then to connect them to existing opportunities. And the first thing that they chose to discuss about, that was May last year, was to discuss about effects of genocide and how the young people are really coping up with the legacy of genocide. And out from that big national discussion, one thing emerged. They said there is a promise of a post-genocide generation. And there are three things that emerged from that promise. One is peace. We are the generation that is going to sustain the peace that has been earned very dearly. That's one. Second is development. We need to connect this environment. Security and peace needs to be a way to development, to raising the level of living of everyone in the country. And the third thing is peace is best when shared. So our country has been participating in peacekeeping missions across the world, and we know what lack of peace is, because we've been there, and we wish to sustain peace in our country, in our region, and everywhere in the world. And then finally, youth and ICT and peace. I think there is a very nice meeting there, because with new technologies like the one we are using right now, we can really promote peace and take peace where peace is not. At least we can carry a message of peace. Thank you so much.
The introductory remarks, but before we go ahead, as we know, young people are vital stakeholders in conflicts and in peace building, and in some cases, young people are directly involved in violent conflicts over the world, including as child soldiers, most of them. But young people also act as community leaders in peace building, reconciliation, and also post-conflict reconstruction in establishing themselves as the next generation of leaders. I would love also to welcome Mr. Jeremy Jire, also to give us his introductory remarks as a founder of Peace One Day. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much for inviting me today. Thank you to the Minister and distinguished guests, and of course to everybody in Goma, a city I've been coming to know well. The DRC is an incredible country, and I feel very much the same whenever I'm here in Rwanda. It's inspirational, the people that I've met in both countries, and it's just very exciting that we're all working together in the Great Lakes region of Africa to inspire and empower and to create that happy generation that you're speaking of. But I will mention that the 21st of September is, of course, a day of ceasefire and non-violence. It was unanimously adopted by every member state of the United Nations. The world has a day of peace for us to come together as one, separate from politics and religion, where we unite in a true moment of unity. And out of that comes hope and inspiration and a sort of a belief that peace is possible, that collective gathering is incredibly important, I think, for the global community. So the day has been created. That's very exciting. We are now Peace One Day working campaign in the Great Lakes region of Africa. We're very excited about that. We're very grateful to the Howard G. Buffett Foundation for supporting that. And the simple aims of this campaign in the Great Lakes region of Africa are to do three things. One is to raise awareness of the 21st of September as a day of ceasefire and non-violence, the UN's International Day of Peace. The second thing that we want to do is manifest action on that day. So we want governments, intergovernments, non-governmental organizations, faiths, school.
May we welcome Dr. Jean-Baptiste Habyarimana, the Executive Secretary of NOC. You're welcome, sir. I'm sorry to cut you short. Maybe you can go.
Lovely to see you. No, I'm glad you did. So I'll go back to the campaign in the Great Lakes region of Africa wants to do three things. One is to raise awareness of the 21st of September as the UN's Day of Peace. The second thing that we want to see happen is we want to see action from all sectors of society, governments, intergovernments, non-governmental organizations, faiths, schools, universities, people dancing, people singing, people playing football, people engaged through education and universities. So we want to see that action from the individual. And the third thing that we want to do is we want to make films about that, and we want to create concerts that will effectively broadcast to the region and to the world of the incredible activities that are going on. So we will be doing a concert in Goma, as everybody knows, with Akon and Lexus Legal and Deti Daba and other wonderful distinguished guests. And that concert that we're creating is to send the message out that there are many people, not only in the DRC, but also in Rwanda, in the Great Lakes region of Africa, who are very, very committed to peace. So the concert is a vehicle for us to tell the world of the extraordinary and wonderful things that are going on in the Great Lakes region of Africa. I'm delighted that we will be putting education materials into every school of the DRC. I'm delighted that through the minister and his colleagues, we will be putting that same education resource into every school of Rwanda. So I thank you for allowing me to be here. The 21st of September is our Day of Peace, and I hope we will all engage. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jeremy. I would also love to know if Huye site now is on air. Please, can you wave? Huye, if you're there. Oh, that's perfect. Now we have them. We have Ngoma. We have Huye. Or maybe, Honorable Minister, allow me to reintroduce again because we didn't have Huye on this show so that they know the panelists. I'm having Honorable Minister Jean-Philbert Nsengimana, the Minister of Youth and ICT. I also have Dr. Jean-Baptiste Habyarimana, the Executive Secretary of NOC. You're welcome, sir. I also have Mr. Oak Losma, the UNDP Country Director. I also have Jeremy Jire, the founder of Peace One Day. I also have Mr. Takahiro Moria, the Chief Representative of JICA Rwanda. Then on my right, I also have Mr. Fidel Gakuba, the President of the Scout Association in Rwanda. Now, before we continue, Minister, allow me to welcome Mr. Oke Losma, the UNDP Country Director, also to share with us his view about with One Stop UN, about how they help youth. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Andrew, and also just to say that it's a pleasure to be here again and YouthConnekt to be joined in this broadcast. I also want to say hello to everybody who's watching this broadcast, particularly in Rwanda, but also beyond. I would like to talk very briefly about two or three major things. The first thing is to highlight the role that the UN has been playing in the post-conflict reconstruction of Rwanda, and particularly in the the peace and reconciliation processes that have taken place here in the country. We also have been joined by the Executive Secretary of the National Unity and Reconciliation Commission, and we're still working with the Commission as of today to ensure that these processes are taking root and are taken forward. Particularly also I would highlight the support that the UN has been giving to, for example, Gacaca and also rebuilding the whole justice sector in the country, and for example also the reintegration of ex-combatants into society. So I think overall one can say that UN has done really a lot to support the rebuilding of Rwanda in the post-genocide era. And I think if you look around the country today, we can see really the results of what Rwanda has been doing, and also with partly of support of the UN. The second point I wanted to mention is about the current peace process that is taking place in the Great Lakes region. As you may know, a peace agreement was signed in Addis Ababa last year under the auspices also of the UN Secretary General. And the UN country teams in the various countries who are involved in this are supporting this very, very strongly. In particular, also you may have heard that the UN Special Envoy, Madame Mary Robinson, who is the former president of Ireland, is exercising very strong leadership in this, and she's coming very regularly also to Rwanda to make sure that the provisions of this peace agreement are being implemented. The third point I wanted to raise today is just to underscore what Jeremy has been saying. The various country teams in the countries in the Great Lakes region are all very supportive of his initiative, and we also all agreed that on the 21st of September, collectively, we will celebrate this particular day, not only with the concerts in Goma, but also with events in the various capitals of the countries who are part of this Great Lakes region. So all in all, I think it's going to be a very exciting 21st of September. And I would also say we'll keep you posted on the events that will take place in Rwanda, specifically on that particular day. And all that I want to say, which is remaining, is to say thank you very much for inviting me today, and I'm glad to be here.
Thank you very much. Has been sharing with us various peace initiatives. So One UN in Rwanda, a really good job. We really appreciate, sir. Before we hear from Dr. Jean-Baptiste Habyarimana, the Executive Secretary, just a quick reminder, you can follow us just reaching our Twitter handle. Just go at YouthConnekt and also at my ICT, and through youthconnekt.rw, please follow us. I would love to welcome Dr. Jean-Baptiste Habyarimana and also share with us the best practices of youth in peace building before we also talk to various youth who are on two different sites as I introduced them earlier. You're welcome, sir. There's a microphone over there.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for organizing this talk, this debate. First of all, I would like to say that the foundation of lasting peace in Rwanda is unity and reconciliation process. And today, in Rwanda, the strength of youth has been used in conflicts, and today it is being used for building peace. So the best practice in youth today, especially in unity and reconciliation process, is many clubs, students clubs for unity and reconciliation in secondary schools, in universities, in high learning institutions. And this group of students, they are today the leaders of the peace. And since 2-3 years, we are working with them, especially on 21st, on the day, International Day of Peace. Also, today, you found many associations of youth, especially these youth, young people, coming from different groups of Rwandans. Once they are survivors of genocide, the others, they are coming from the family who committed genocide. Other youngs, they are coming from the family or the mother who have been raped during genocide. These three categories of young people, they are organizing themselves in associations. We have Best Hope Foundation, Best Hope Foundation in Rwanda. We have Peace and Hope Foundation. And this fact of building youth together, having different important problems in society, is really best practice for building a lasting peace. So we organize regularly with them debates, dialogues on peace, on lasting peace. And I think these young people, especially these clubs of unity and reconciliation, these association of hope and peace, I think we plan to work with them, especially during the International Peace Day on the 21st September.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Now, before I go to Mr. Takahiro Moriya, as I told you, he's the chief representative of JICA Rwanda, and we recently heard that there is Rwanda Japan Peace Exhibition, sir. Am I right? Oh, it's for tomorrow. Good. So I would like to know, after listening to different speakers, how can we compare Rwanda's development 20 years after the 1994 genocide committed against the Tutsi, rising from ashes, of course, vis-a-vis to what happened to your country, that's in Hiroshima and Nagasaki?
Thank you very much, Andrews. Very good question, but so it is difficult to answer right now. However, but anyway, so then, and I think that the cooperation among the people and also the understanding about people is very important for the reconstruction from the tragedies. So then that is why, so then, and not me, so then I'm just representing the co-organizer of the exhibition, the Japanese Youth Volunteer, and also the Rwandese NGO. So then, and they are going to show some documents and also the replica of the little boys of the atomic bomb, then to show how the terrible the nuclear weapon and also the atomic bomb and the nuclear war is, and also the importance of the peace, everlasting peace without such nuclear weapon. And of course, but not only just for showing the tragedies, then of course, this year, 2014, is 20th year of the commemoration after genocide for this country. So then, and this country is now aiming at the future prosperity. So that is why I hope the Rwandan people and also the other people will understand the same idea for the reconstruction from the experience of the past Hiroshima and Nagasaki experience. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. That's Mr. Takahiro Moriya, the chief representative of JICA in Rwanda. Before we go to the sites we have, we have Ngoma and also Huye. Now I'd love to hear from Mr. Fidel Gakuba, is the president of Scout Association in Rwanda. Mr. Fidel, also to share with us the role of youth organizations in peace building.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Andrew. I'm not, just a correction, I'm not president of the Scout Association. I'm the chief commissioner of the Rwanda Scout Association. Rwanda Scout Association is a youth-oriented organization that is formed by young people between the age of 8 up to 25 years old. We are formed with the basis of our association is a group composed by groups, and those groups took place from the units that are formed by a number of patrols, youth scout patrols. We recognize that youth can be used for bad or good things, including involving them in conflict. But from our side, we have chosen to involve them in peace practice or peace initiatives. Now we are embarked in a peace initiative called Amahoro Amani, that is run within our country
Rwanda, Burundi, and our Eastern DRC. What we do usually in this peace initiative, we have formed peace clubs, as my predecessor told about it, and we have now, actually at the moment, we have 110 peace clubs around the country. What we do, we try to do what we call good action in our scouting terms. We built houses for vulnerable people. We organize competition focused on peace concept, and our aim is to really roll out these peace initiative throughout our communities. And in December, we are now looking to organize a peace camp for about 700 young people from Eastern Africa countries. We have invited Ethiopia, we have invited Kenya, South Sudan, Burundi, Uganda, and Tanzania. They will come here for a week camping, and we will be focused on the theme. The theme will be the peace, how young people can be involved in peace building. Our association is really interested to do everything that can be focused to the peace initiative. We are ready to work with any organization that aims to build peace in Rwanda, and we are ready to take part in this Peace Day to be held on 21st September. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. And my apologies, is the Chief Commissioner of Rwanda Scouts Association in Rwanda. My apologies, sir. Before we go to these sides, allow me, Honorable Minister, to first ask Mr. Gilles. He talked about peace, and you'd like to know the root causes of why youth choose violence over peace. Before we open to the site of Ngoma Ohuye, then you share with us the root causes, like two of them, the root causes of why youth choose violence over peace.
I think that, as a father myself, children are very vulnerable. Young people can be misled, and that's a tragedy. That's a tragedy for those young people. But at the same time, there is hope. Because of course there are people incredibly committed to peace. The Scout movement, in terms of what it does for young people all over the world, is phenomenal, giving them direction and guidance. And there are many individuals, groups, and educators who do just exactly that. And we hope that the 21st of September, the Day of Peace, is an opportunity for young people to be inspired and empowered to become the vision of a united and sustainable world. And that is why we are delighted to work with the Minister and his colleagues to put an education tool into every single school of Rwanda in the lead up to Peace Day 2015. And indeed, I believe the message will be going out to young people in Rwanda before this year's Peace Day. I'm excited that on the 21st of September 2015, we will hold a very big concert here in Kigali at the Peace Stadium with Akon and others, simultaneously with a concert in the DRC. And in 2016, Uganda and Burundi will join. So this is a campaign, this is a 3-year journey. Those 110 peace clubs that you were speaking about, doing things on the 21st of September, those acts of kindness, those moments of goodness that they do. This is what it's all about. We need to build the bridges. We need to build belief. We need young people to believe, particularly when they've been through such terrible times. We need them to believe that peace is possible. And the only way we can demonstrate to them that belief is possible is showing them the vision of peace, is coming together with them.
Prioritize youth in peace building? Why not elderly? Why not like minister? Why not like Mr. Jean-Baptiste? Why do you prioritize youth in this peace
building?
Well,
they are our future. That we live in a world that has the situations that we are discussing today in terms of tragedies that are going on all over the world, in every country of the world. And let's not forget that the greatest violence that's going to happen today is with a fist. It's not with a gun. It's in our homes, it's in our communities, it's in our schools, it's in our places of work, and it's also between our countries. So we need to give the tools to young people, not a conversation about peace, but proper tools to teach them to become the peacemakers, to create the kind of world that we want to live in.
You mentioned something great, sir, but what sort of youth programs that that support peace buildings that are in place so far?
Well,
not words, as you said,
yes,
but what programs that are in place so far?
I mean, listen, we can. I can only talk for peace one day, but there are many. The Scouts, there are many organisations and people that are present, the ministers of education, who will be able to talk about tools that they are generating,
and how active
they are
they?
generating
and
to inspire young people. I can tell you at Peace One Day that we have education materials in 196 countries at this point, in the 6 official languages of the United Nations. They are individual lesson plans that teach and inspire and empower young people to become peacemakers, and that's what we must invest in. We must invest in and inspire the youth of this world.
Thank you very much, Minister. Before we go to Ngoma, if they're ready, according to experience, are youth spoiler agents today, or they are facilitators of peace?
Well, I think they are facilitators of peace, definitely. Even in the situations like in Rwanda, the extreme situations where we had a genocide against the Tutsis, it was only stopped by young people. It was an army of young people. So it really depends on what the youth have been exposed to. It depends on the kind of education, as Jeremy was saying, on the tools that they have available to make peace. But I want to make another connection to the first question you asked to Jeremy, why young people can be diverted to be actors of violence. I think there are other elements in the society, including, scarcity or the precarity in which young people might be living, which could be an element of vulnerability to get to some kind of extreme violence. So I'd like to just point out that the peace building effort has to be a holistic effort. It doesn't just touch on elements of just violence. It also connected with access to basic necessities like food, shelter, security, education. It's all interconnected, and that's why any effort that contributes to uplifting the standards of living of people actually indirectly contributes to peace building. Thank you.
Minister, before you hold the microphone, don't you think that lacking of cultural pride and even positive cultural identity leads to such things?
Well, those are the basic elements. When Jeremy spoke, he said that he's a father. Those are the very elements that every parent should inculcate in the education of their children. So when they are missing, of course, it will lead to a culture of violence. But let's not do violence to the people who are on the different sides, because I think we are monopolizing a bit.
I wanted to bring them on the debate. Allow me now to go to Ngoma's side. Thank you, Minister. Thank you, Minister. Allow me to go to Ngoma if you're ready. The floor is yours now. Remember to say your name, then the question, and who you're addressing the question to.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Bosco Tajengo. I'm in charge of youth, sports, and culture in Ngoma district. So, as a youth representative, I'd like to thank you first of all for this opportunity to share with you this dialogue in order to build peace among the youth. As young people, we have to contribute to build the peace in our country, which has been destroyed by genocide that has been in 1994, as you know. So we try to build peace through different ways, such as sports and culture activities, where groups of people try to participate in different sports and culture activities, where we form the groups of people regardless their origin, their ethnicity, and so on and so forth. So I think we feel responsible for peace building in our country. So we feel it's our duty as a youth. So we have to do everything which can um, show the new image to our country, which has been destroyed by genocide. And you know that young people has been used in destroying our country. So we have a major role to play in peace building as Ngoma young people. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Rutajengwa. Someone else over there before we switch to Huye? Ngoma, someone else there before we go to Huye? Please try to be brief. Thank you very much.
Thank you. My name is Sengyumva Oluhye. I'm a student in the university. As a youth, in this short dialogue, we are discussing on peace building in youth. Just as a young people, we have tried to see what we can do in our district, Ngoma district, what we can see, and what we can do in building peace in the youth, even all over the world, not only in this country, in our country, rather. So among those things that we have planned to do, we first build up the community. The community is including the clubs and more other different associations. Among those clubs, there is Unity and Reconciliation. If we stay together and discuss ourselves without looking about the race, ethnic, we just build up the peace, and one is the brother of the others, without saying that this one he looking like us. And among the institute, we try to do the competitions of sport, different competitions, in order to build up peace among that community. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Sengyumva, and is a student over there, Ngoma. Now, can we switch on to Huye if they hear us right now? Huye, if you're ready. Oh, we can't hear him. No sound over there. Huye, can you hear us? Maybe we'll be right back, Minister. And they have said that there are many ways that youth do engage themselves in different activities that prevent them going bad manners. Let me quote that. They go in clubs, they go in sports, they have clubs, unity and reconciliation clubs, and all these are ways that help them really to spread good news. Now, can you go back there if they can hear us? Huye. Oh, we don't have them. Right, Minister. Before we go back to Huye, I would love to ask the UNDP representative. There are many articles written outside here analyzing current governments and their various policies and programs. Do you think youth are being included in the reconstructive policies that really can help them, engage them in those policies that can prevent them to go in in destroying peace?
Thank you very much, and thank you for the question, by the way. I think it's very important to realize that in most, if not all, of the Great Lakes countries, youth by far is the largest part of the population. If you look at Rwanda alone, I think if you look at youth in Rwanda, about 70% or so is under 35, which already shows you the enormous impact and influence that youth can have on public policies. I think also, if you look at Rwanda, I think it is one of those countries who gives the right example, the good example of how youth can be included in the consultations, with regard at the district level, at the national level, but also at the community level. So I do believe that with the right education, with the right opportunities, with the right amount of resources that can be availed to the youth, a lot can be done in terms of moving the peace processes forward in the various countries.
Thank you very much. Mr. Takahiro, you shared with us the experience and how you've seen Rwanda growing so far. According to the experience you got from your country, these young people outside even Rwanda, your country, your home country, often face the additional barriers of lack of sufficient education, even healthcare, protection, livelihood opportunities, recreational activities, and even family support. And sometimes, as Mr. Jeremy said, these are the causes of these youth to get engaged in such bad activities. What can you share with our youth?
Thank you very much. So let me explain about my agency organization. JICA means Japan International Corporate Agency. It is ODA executing agency under the Japanese government. So then now, into Rwanda, we are going to some assistance and also the support to this country and the people, the youth people, and also so many programs, including the economic infrastructure, agriculture, and water supply, and also the education. So then, and we are following this country's policy, and especially for this country, and encourage the youth employment also. Then we are supporting for such a human resource development also. So then, and anyway, not only us, and here are so many development partners. So then we are cooperating, we are collaborating with such development partners, doing holistic, the comprehensive cooperation to this country with a good partnership.
Thank you very much, Mr. Takariho. And now, can we go back to Huye if we have them? If not, maybe we can go to Ngoma. If Ngoma, you have maybe another question, comment, maybe you can ask the panelists before we wrap up, because we are running out of time right now. Ngoma, we are back to you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Someone else, please. Can you have the third one? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Let me cut you short, please. Let me cut short, please. We want someone who has a question. We want to hear from you, asking the panelists, the speakers we have here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is Gerard Mukama. Just now, I'm very happy because for this dialogue, for participation of the younger people of Ngoma. So I'm very happy because for this dialogue, this topic is better for the many youth people of the younger people of Ngoma. So thank you our government, thanking the younger people every time. So another thing, I'm agree with my friends. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Minister. Before we wrap up, before we end this this session, I'd love to know to hear from the Executive Secretary, Dr. Jean-Baptiste Biarimana, the message you can give to youth today as we are heading to, or we are counting days to reach September 21st to celebrate the International Peace Day.
Yeah, thank you. I think the message to give to the youth of Rwanda is to tell them that there can't be a future without peace. When we talk about peace, it is today and tomorrow, and the youth is Rwanda of today and tomorrow. So peace must be the way of implementing, of living. So we don't have to look for peace. We have to live peacefully. Peace is the way to achieve to do progress, to invest. Everything you do must be done peacefully. Can be done only in peace. So they have to invest themselves in peace, in a lasting peace, in the future of themselves. Yeah, thank you.
And now let me come back on my extreme right to the executive secretary. Please, could you also give or tell something, the message you could give to youth across the Rwanda, because not only scouts.
Thank you. I think the peace is the foundation for sustainable development. Then, as our young people are the future for our country, I called upon them to be involved, to leave peace initiative to create peace initiative in their mind and to leave it, because without peace, they cannot think for sustainable development in 20 or more than 20 years ahead. Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Takahiro, your word.
Well, so then let me explain about the exhibition, and also then let me introduce the organizers. Firstly, behind me is Ms. Marie-Louise Kambenga, the president of the NGO, and also the youth volunteers, and Mr. Morita and Ms. Hamanaga, the organizer of the peace exhibition, starting from tomorrow and 5 days. And the last day, the 15th of August, so the peace concert will be held. So during the exhibition, I explained some parts, some elements, the exhibition of the documents, and also the exhibition of the replica of the atomic bomb, and also the one program, the exchange, a discussion with both of youth between Rwanda and Japan. Also, the atomic survivors also they gave some testimony for the during the atomic bomb. So then, and anyway, so the atomic bomb was dropped 6-9 years ago. So the survivors are very old. So then, it is maybe the last time to hear the direct voice of the atomic survivors. So anyway, so then, I'm pleased to hold this exhibition on this occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you. My message is very simple. Only peaceful societies can prosper. So I would really call upon all of us to grab this opportunity to take this forward, celebrate on the 21st of September, International Peace Day, take the messages from there and work all together for a prosperous country, whether it's Rwanda or elsewhere. Thank you.
The floor is yours.
I think that it's, well, firstly, just thank you to the organisers, thank you to the Minister and everybody here. You know, it's inspirational to be at this event. It's extraordinary, the things that are going on in Rwanda, and I really am just, you know, energised by the technology and everything that you have going on. What a fantastic event, and well done to all the participants. But what I'd like to say is, if you can, you know, if you'd like to find out more information about the Day of Peace and ways of which you can become involved, then please visit peaceoneday.org. There are many organisations of which you can find out information here today, but we would also like you to tell us at peaceoneday.org. If you're willing to take 5 minutes and send an email to info@peaceoneday.org, then we can register your commitment. And many of the commitments, indeed all of the commitments that are happening in the Great Lakes region of Africa, will be part of the concert that we hold with ACON and others. We will be displaying them on the screens. So we wish Rwanda and the Great Lakes region the best of luck on that Day of Peace. Please do things. Play football, dance, sing, be involved in sport, pray, be with your families. Think about who will you make peace with? Who will you make peace with on the 21st of September? Let's have a wonderful day. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Let's have closing remarks from Honorable Minister. He did. He has done. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I think mine is very simple. Is to thank all the participants to this YouthConnekt Hangout this evening, and especially the panelists for for making time. I'd like to thank the technical crew that made this show possible, especially the team from the Africa Digital Media Academy. Thank you so much. The One UN for supporting this effort, not only the Peace One Day effort, but also the YouthConnekt program as a whole, and all the various organizations that have joined us today. Now, I told Jeremy the first day I met him, and I repeated this today, that we want Rwanda to deliver the best experience of the Peace One Day that you have had ever before. And for that, we need everyone to participate. So I'm here to call on the clubs, the schools, the different departments, the Department of Culture and Sports, and everyone in Rwanda and beyond to really rally your energies and come together on the 21st of September to celebrate the Peace One Day. This is not only symbolic, it really has a direct impact on advancing the cause of peace worldwide. Thank you very much. Thanks, Jeremy, for the commitment, the energy, the passion that you are putting in this cause. Rwanda is with you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Minister, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to conclude this session, the YouthConnekt Hangout. Thank you, Ngoma. Thank you, Huye District. And thank you, the panelists, for being with us. Hope to see you next time. May God bless you.